Hi guys, I'm Holly Marie from Heartlight Tarot and Astrology. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I work with energies of the tarot along with what's going on astrologically to give you guys a predictive forecast. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell, so you get notified to when I post content. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. The website here will be up on June 5th. I had to correlate it with the new moon in Gemini because I am a Gemini rising, and why not use and utilize the energy that the universe gives you to be more successful in life, right? So I'm here to do your June 2024 horoscope for the sign of Taurus. I apologize for the bad lighting. I am still getting over a head injury that I thought I was over, and all of a sudden I realized I wasn't. So I can't be using that ring light right now in my videos. So hopefully I can get some good editing in and able to kind of brighten it up for you guys. So for Taurus, the month of June. So you guys just had Jupiter in your sign for like a year, right? And things were expanding in regards to you, how you're seen in the world, how you navigate the world changed and expanded and grew. Maybe people thought more highly of you. Maybe there's a lot more blessings, and Jupiter really blessed you in the last year. Now it's in Gemini, right? It's in your second house. Gemini is the planet of communication, or it's ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication. So Gemini likes to communicate. Your second house is your possessions. It's your, your value of your money and the way that you treat your money. It's your self-worth in regards to your finances. And it's your relationship to your money. And we all know that's important, right? Well, Jupiter's in there right now, and it's expanding your possessions and your finances right now. So let me know in the comment box below if you're already noticing a change in your finances. But on June 2nd, Jupiter is in your second house and is trining Pluto in Aquarius in your 10th house. And Pluto's been in your 10th house here for a few months, and it's transforming it. It's going to be there for a while, and then it's going to dip back into Capricorn and finish up there, and then it's going to move back into Aquarius at the very end of the year. So you might already be feeling the change in regards to bosses, and your reputation out in the world may be changing. Your relationship to your bosses and coworkers might be changing. With Pluto being there, he tends to get to the bottom of things. So maybe there has been some issues with some kind of authority figures that you're getting down to the bottom with. Maybe you didn't realize you knew them the way that you thought that you did, and your relationship with your bosses might be transforming. Or maybe you yourself in your career or whatever it is that you're known for out in the world is being transformed with Pluto being there. But the fact that it's going to be trining Jupiter on the 2nd, which just tells me that you might be getting some kind of raise. You might be becoming very successful in the business that you have. And it might be bringing in some finances, okay? Or maybe you might be getting some kind of windfall financially in regards to somebody that is kind of like a boss to you, okay? So June 2nd is a really nice day. June 3rd, we have Mercury in Gemini in the 2nd. So Mercury will be moving from your first house. It's been in your first house here for a little while, and Mercury is at home in Gemini, like I was saying, right? It likes to communicate. So it's going from, talking about, what it is that you really need to thrive. And maybe you've been talking about, how you navigate this world and what kind of viewpoints you want to have, how you want the world to see you. You've been communicating that very, very loudly, and it's going to be moving into your second of, finances and possessions and your self-worth in regards to your money. So you're going to be talking about your finances here soon as well on the 3rd. And also it's going to be trining Pluto and Aquarius in the 10th. So first Jupiter trined it, Pluto and Aquarius in your 10th. Sorry, in your 10th. I don't think I said 3rd on accident, but I meant 10th. So Mercury in your 2nd is going to be trining Pluto and Aquarius in your 10th. So when it does that, it really wants to talk about how you can make things better in a job sense, or how you can make things better financially in regards to your reputation out in the world. On the 4th of June, Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Gemini in your 2nd. So Mercury and Jupiter are going to be coming together on the 4th, which is going to be a very nice day for, luck and expansion, and really opening up to people in regards to all of your second house matters. Sun in Gemini on the same day is conjuncting Venus in Gemini, and you're really going to be thinking about what types of relationships you really want to have here. The Sun is going to be highlighting Venus, which is the planet of, you know, relationships and love. So you might be thinking about, what you want to, since it's going to be happening in your second house, you might be thinking what you want to provide for somebody that you care about, or what you require for somebody to provide for you. Relationships might be very enhanced that day. People will be getting along, and really highlighting what kind of person they want to be in regards to their personal one-on-one relationships. On the 6th, June 6th, we have a new moon in Gemini. It's going to be happening in your second house. All this energy is in your second house right now. It's at 16 degrees, and it's a Cancer degree. Cancer is about home and family, right? And it's about our intuition, and it's about it's a feeling, a very emotional water sign that kind of likes its time away. It moves. It's ruled by the moon, right? And so it has its phases like the moon, right? It has its cycles. So this new moon in Gemini is a really great time to set your intentions, okay? Set your intentions in regards to your money and your possessions, and how you want to view your finances, and how you want to treat your finances and your self-worth in regards to your finances. It's a great time to sow and plant those seeds, but with the Gemini, or with the degree being a Cancer degree, you might be focused on keeping it kind of low key, and maybe not making too many promises until you can really harness this energy and make something out of it. Because obviously we can plant these seeds, but we have to do the work, right? So you're going to want to tell people about it probably, but I would keep it under wraps. I wouldn't be too vocal about it, and maybe just focus more internally on this new moon. So on the 8th, Venus in Gemini in the 2nd is going to be squaring Saturn in Pisces in the 11th. So, Venus in Gemini likes to talk about, our relationships. It likes to read articles. It likes to read books on how we can improve our relationships, our one-on-one relationships, and those of the ones that are important to you. And, likes to listen to podcasts too, because it likes to communicate, right? It likes information. Gemini likes information, but it's squaring Saturn and Pisces in your 11th house. Your 11th house is your hopes and dreams. It's your reputation in your group circle. It's clubs that you belong to. It's social media. It's how you, get along with groups that are from work, or, friendship groups from, work or school. So the fact that, your second house is going to be squaring your 11th, I feel like maybe your finances might be at a pinch right now, and you really want to hang out with friends, or you really want to spend money on something that you've been hoping for, and maybe some kind of club or group or organization, but your finances will not let you, or you might be feeling like something is getting in the way for you to be able to fully enjoy either your finances or your friendship circles, or any groups that you belong to. On the 9th, or also that same day, Mars enters your first house. It was in your 12th house. It's going to be moving into the first house of you, right? Mars went from being in a sign that it loves, which is Aries, into a slow-moving earth sign of Taurus, right? And Taurus is ruled by Venus. So the fact that Mars is going to be in your first house, you might be feeling yourself wanting to be a lot more pushy in your views of things. It's also can bring some anger and frustration in regards to anything that's happening with you personally. So just keep in mind that Mars wants to be in a hurry. So you might be feeling yourself around the 9th wanting to be in a hurry, but as a Taurus, it shouldn't be too hard for you to remind yourself that things don't come so quickly, and that they come with work, right? They come with dedication. So let's see. So on the 9th, Sun in Gemini is going to be squaring Saturn in Pisces. The Sun rules our career. It rules our place out in the world. It rules on, on ourself on a soul level. Like, what type of work do we want to do to give to the world? What kind of, person do we want to be in this lifetime? How do we want to give to the collective, right? And the fact that it's in your second house, I feel like you really want to talk about your finances and really put them on the forefront and really shine a light on them being the center of your well-being. And then the fact that it's squaring Saturn and Pisces in the 11th, I feel like it's the same thing with Venus when it's squaring Saturn and Pisces in the 11th. It's the same concept. It's just that maybe you have to work more, or maybe maybe there's a fatherly figure telling you that, look, you're spending too much money on your friends and your groups that you're belonging to. It's time for us to, buckle down and really take care of our finances and our future. On the 11th, that day is a little frustrating because Mars in your first house is squaring Pluto and Aquarius in your 10th house. Pluto is the planet of death. Mars is the planet of cutting and war and frustrations and getting what it is that we want, right? So when you have those two energies like squaring up, meaning there are energies already tense with the square, but you also have the planet of war and the planet of death squaring each other. I would stay home. I would stay home, lay low, because you might be coming off frustrated to other people, even though you might not be feeling like you are, because the way that you're expressing yourself, people might get offended by you on that day. And the fact that it's squaring Pluto and Aquarius, in your 10th, a boss might be like, hey, are you okay? What's going on? And you might be like, okay, well, yeah, this is what's bothering me. And then that person might, you might get into an argument with the boss at work, or you might do something that might change your reputation. So I would just lay low that day, deal with the frustration in a more internal way, and try to maybe, take a break from people. On the 14th, Mercury cazimi. So Mercury and Mercury and the Sun. So Mercury is going to be reborn in the sun on the 14th of June in your second house. So Mercury is a planet of communication, and the Sun is a planet of our purpose. So I feel like maybe you're really going to have, highlighted communication from either the universe or your internal self, or your mind just might be made up in regards to what it is that your purpose is in order to make money, right, with that second house, or what your purpose is in regards to your possessions. The 16th of June, Venus in Gemini in the second squaring Neptune in Pisces in the 11th. So Venus likes to talk about relationships, right? It likes to talk about how they can make things better and really can make a commitment if it's right. And it's squaring Neptune in Pisces in the 11th. Neptune is the planet of, confusion and other worlds and spirituality, and spiritual beliefs. And it's also very comfortable in Pisces, which is a very dreamy sign already. So things might be a little confusing on that day in regards to your relationships and in regards to your finances, and it might be in regards to those social groups I was talking about. So maybe you might be finding yourself, you had already decided that you want to go for this hope and dream, and you were talking to a relationship partner about it, and they don't seem like they care anymore like they did before, or they're not responding to you and you're confused as to why, or you have friends that, you were supposed to rely on in your, friendship circles or in a group you belong to, but nobody's answering you back and it's affecting you financially or something like that. Venus enters Cancer on the 3rd. So Venus is moving from a more logical sign into your house of siblings and I'm going to take a drink, and neighbors, early education, short distance travel, writing and reading. But Venus is moving from, your second house of possessions and a more logical sign into a house that rules those things I just mentioned, but that house is ruled by a water sign, so an emotional water sign. So you might feel like an intense emotional pull towards your, your siblings. You might be feeling like you want to take more care of them. Maybe you want to go travel, short distance travels with people that you love, or somebody that you love, or maybe you really want to express yourself, more vocally, and be closer to the ones that you love that day, or just be more close to them and more affectionate to them. You might be finding yourself wanting to start some kind of, adventure in regards to maybe reading or writing or publishing. You can be thinking about that too. And it might be coming from a place where you really want to care for somebody. So it might be some kind of self-care book that you might want to write. On the 17th of June, Mercury in Gemini in your second house, squaring Pluto and Pisces in the 11th. So just remember this month, the 11th, the 16th, 17th, and the 20th, like the second half is tough. So utilize the energy that you're going to be feeling in the beginning of the month, like I was talking to you about. With communication, you're going to be very chatty. You're going to be feeling very lucky. Utilize that energy in the beginning of the month, because the second half is kind of tricky. Okay. So like I was saying, Mercury and Gemini in your second, squaring Neptune and Pisces in your 11th. Same thing. You're going to want to communicate with somebody in regards to friendship circles, groups, socialization, social group socialization, social media, but you feel like no one's paying attention to you. Things might be feeling kind of hazy and not feeling the same again. So I would just let that time pass. Mercury conjunct Venus in Cancer in your third. So yeah, Mercury is going to be moving from your second house, where it's comfortable, into a more emotional sign in your third house. It's going to want to talk to siblings. It's going to want to talk to its neighbors and really care about them, and really use your intuition in regards to them. It's going to want to possibly write that book like I was talking to you about, or take that long distance travel with, and plan it out and go with somebody that you care about. But before you go, you do all your research and you do all your communication and make sure everything's perfect before you go, because Mercury likes to communicate, likes details, it likes to ask why. On the 20th of June, Sun in Gemini in your second is going to be squaring Neptune and Pisces in your 11th. So the Sun being on, in regards to your purpose, right? Or fatherly figures, squaring Neptune and Pisces. So it could be the same thing. It could be, a fatherly figure, or maybe your purpose in life is feeling like it's, confusing other people. People aren't listening to you when you thought that they had your back, when they thought that they connected with, your ideas and your purpose in life. You might be thinking about getting another job, and you're telling people about it and they just don't really seem to care. And on that same day after that happens, the Sun enters Cancer. It's going to be Cancer season. So happy birthday to the Geminis and the Cancers this month. But it's going to be in your third, and it's really going to be shining its light on, neighbors, siblings, short distance travel. On the 21st of June, there's going to be a full moon in Capricorn. There's going to be two. There's going to be one next month too. And we also had, Pluto that came out of Capricorn. It's into Aquarius right now, which is your 10th house. But it's going to be moving back into your 9th house, where it has been transforming your philosophy in life, long distance travel ventures, education, your spirituality, your higher calling in life. There's going to be a full moon in there, and it's going to be at 1 degree. So those of you, well, since you are an earth sign, it's going to be trining you. So just think about 6 months ago. So around December, because it's June 21st, we had a new moon in Capricorn. What intentions did you set around the end of the year of 2023? Now they're going to be coming to a culmination, right? Because with full moons, they are coming to more of a tangible results. Capricorn is about structure, time. So did you plant any kind of, maybe you opened an establishment at a church, or you started to go to church, and you're now noticing that your, religious, self is really, establishing a place out into the world. It's really coming to full circle. The first one is an Aries degree. Or maybe you started traveling and you're noticing that you're just glad that you did, because now way more than you did before, and your philosophy is enhanced, right? But 1 degree is an Aries degree. With all this Aries energy, I feel like whatever this full moon was, it was it was some kind of intentions that you planted for just yourself, because Aries is self-driven. Maybe it was in regards to be taking more adventures and to be, being able to make decisions very quickly. June 29th, Saturn retrograde in Pisces. The cool thing about Saturn in Pisces is it's been in Pisces for a while. It's going to be there until next year. But the cool thing about it, in my opinion, is that Pisces is a very dreamy, collective energy that likes to hide, right? And then Saturn is the type of that makes you show your true self. It makes you get to know yourself. It makes you slow down and follow the rules. It helps you to really get in tune with who it is you are, and then building kind of a foundation upon that so that you can be successful and don't take shortcuts. So the fact that it's going to be retrograde at 19 degrees in your 11th house just shows me that these friendship circles that you're a part of are your hopes and dreams. You're really going to narrow down what it is that you need to do and what right steps you need to do to get successful in your social media standing or your, hopes and dreams. Maybe you have hopes and dreams, and now it's time for you to really bear down and figure out what it is that you need to do and the correct steps. I would say work with this energy. It's a very positive energy. It's going to feel kind of limited at first in regards to, your social standing. But just work with it, and Saturn always brings, he delays, he does not deny. So he will give you what you want. You just have to stick through it. It's a Libra degree. So you might be finding yourself, wanting to people please. Maybe you want to put yourself on the back burner, but I would say don't do it. I would say just try to find a happy balance, a happy medium to get what it is that you want and you desire. All right, so you guys got the Six of Cups, okay? Six of Cups is a great energy. It's, that energy that we get when we're around old friends. It's the energy that we get when we play authentically with our children, or we take our inner self, our inner child, and we're playful out into the world. So you might be, and there's happy memories too. You guys also got Ace of Cups, so more cup energy, water energy. So Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Ace of Cups is a brand new emotional, happy beginning. It is, I always see this as really, what am I trying to say? I know it's not a card that's mental, because obviously the Swords is mental and communication and the way that we think and stuff like that. But I do feel like this is very much tied to our emotional well-being in regards to any kind of sadness that you may have had. I feel like maybe you might be feeling a fresh start because your inner child is coming out here with the Six of Cups. You might be feeling like, okay, so I put in all this work with, Jupiter giving me all these blessings and stuff like that, and me really wanting to bear down and talk about my finances, and I want to talk about my relationships, and I want to talk about all this stuff, and you finally feel like you are emotionally happy, and it's coming from a place where your mental state is a lot more healthy as well, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's not just an emotional thing. I feel like it's because our emotions are tied into the things that we think, right? So Wheel of Fortune here. Things are moving in your favor. They're moving forward whether you want them to or not. So I would harness this energy in a lot of different ways, right? I would do it with the new moon in Gemini in regards to your possessions. I would, tell the universe what it is that you want in this next phase of your life, rather than letting the universe just take off. Because it's easy to let the universe be like, take you somewhere, and you're like excited about it because you're excited and you deserve it. But tell the universe what you want and manifest it so it can send you in the right direction. So things are moving forward for you. Things are feeling more positive in regards to, who you used to be, who you used to love about yourself. But now this new person that's coming out is just like so happy because of all the wisdom that it has been carrying with them. So we got the Eight of Pentacles to clarify it. What are you working on? Have you been working on something? Have you been having your head down and working on something really hard, and now all of a sudden you're starting to feel the happiness coming from it? I feel like it's a very beautiful blessing. And also too, whatever the Wheel of Fortune gives you, whatever this next phase of your life, keep your head down and work on it because it's going to be very successful for you. That's what this Wheel of Fortune is telling me right now. You guys got prioritize self-love and care. When do you feel most nurtured and cared for? Is it when you know, do the things that you used to love? Right? Is that when you feel like the most nurtured and cared for? You guys also got world. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. So you got Wheel of Fortune and world. So your world is changing. Things are turning in the better, and it's going to make you really happy. And it's going to feel like a new happiness. You're going to be feeling very childlike. You know how when we were kids and our parents used to buy us to gift at us nowhere, or they take us to the mall to treat us, or they take us to go, you know, see one of our best friends, or, you know, all of a sudden, you know, things seem better because it's, you know, Thanksgiving and everyone's getting along. And this is the kind of feeling that I'm feeling. There's new that you're going to be feeling. I feel a lot of emotional depth in this reading. Your world is going to be changing. You need to be open to any possibility in your life. Try not to be too narrow-minded. Try not to try to do new things and try them out and see how it works for you in your world. Okay. And it's saying take care of yourself. Okay. Love yourself. Don't be afraid to have that inner child come out. And anyways, I don't want you to miss my website coming out here on June 5th. It's going to have a lot of buy one, get one free readings. They're not going to last for very long, just for as long as I think I can pile them up before I feel overwhelmed. But it's going to be buy one, get one free readings. And also too, the first 5 people to sign up for my tarot card class in September are going to get tuition for free, and the following people will get a really good discount. This is a navigate through your, you know, worlds type of tarot card class. It's going to help you get, I want to teach you guys how to dig deep into your intuition and use the tarot to help guide you in both everyday life and complicated situations as well. So with that being said, if that's something that you're interested in, consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell, because once that website's up, those goodies are not going to last for very long. I hope that this resonated with you. Let me know in the comment box below how this resonates with you. And I will see you guys in your guys' tarot readings next month, okay? Or this month. Take care. Bye.